Hey everybody, it's Nick Lydorf. How you doing? This is episode 89 of Off the Clock. I've done 89 live videos, one for every day of 2021, and I've got to do a total of 365. So I'm trying to do things that I like to talk about, and lately I've been doing a lot about sovereign citizens, and this one is a video of how not to handle yourself during a traffic stop with the police. And I found this one on Balion's channel. Watched about half of it. I haven't saved I haven't watched all of it, but I'm saving that for doing that live. If you like what you've seen so far of the channel, I've done a lot of these videos, please make sure you like and subscribe. I'm up over 1,200 subscribers. I'm really excited. Thanks so much for your support so far. But if you keep watching, I'll keep doing more videos. So I love doing these videos. Sovereign citizens fascinate me, and it's very interesting to see how they interact with the society around them. So let's watch this one. Let me get it set up here. And all right, he recorded, unfortunately, in vertical mode, so that's all I can do. Sorry. But all right, here we go.
Okay.
I do not feel safe. What have you pulled me over for, and what is the crime you suspected me of committing?
You're going to get out of this vehicle.
What crime have you suspected me of committing, sir? I am not safe with what you are doing to me right now. This is against my rights. I know what I have done and have not done, and you haven't even given me any reason to pull me over. You just followed me, tailed me all the way out here for no reason. Okay. And then I slowed down to check. Sir?
You give me your ID.
What's that, sir?
I said I will tell you what I saw.
That's what I thought, because you need that to get me for a crime, but because I haven't committed a crime, you can't suspect me of committing anything. I know my rights, sir. I'm not going to give you anything, and this extra unit isn't going to help you. I'm going to explain the same thing. Get your supervisor here right now. I have asked for him. You haven't given me your name and badge number. I don't even know if you're a police officer with this unmarked car you're in, sir. So I know what I'm doing. I would please, I understand that, but you have not given me.
Oh, whoops. I had to stop there. A lot to digest with that first part of it. So the guy's under the mistaken belief that the police officers have to give you a reason for initiating a traffic stop. That is not correct. Nothing requires them to do so. You can ask them, and they can tell you if they want to. They don't necessarily have to tell you. So that's completely incorrect. Then the guy says right at the end, so working backwards, a lot of nonsense to work through there. So at the end, he's like, well, I don't even know if you're a police officer. And the guy says, well, I'm a police officer. And then the guy goes, well, I understand. Like, well, then that goes out the window. So there's really nothing to do there. Working backwards in the nonsense, we've got, let's see, he wouldn't produce his identification. Okay, so I don't know where this video took place. I can't see where. Maybe somebody can enlighten me on where this took place. But for purposes of Michigan, where I am licensed to practice, I've been licensed to practice there for almost 15 years. When you are operating a motor vehicle on a roadway, at the request of a peace officer, you have to submit proof that you are licensed, proof that you have registration, and proof of insurance. Those are three things that you have to provide. No questions asked, no matter what. That's not up for debate. In Michigan, as with all 50 states and all territories that I'm aware of, driving is a privilege and not a right. And you have to follow certain rules. There's nothing requiring you that you have to drive or operate a motor vehicle. But if you're going to drive or operate a motor vehicle, you have to operate under those laws. So just kind of debunking all of the stuff that he just said. Guy's talking really fast. He's saying a lot of nonsense. So had to get through that real quick. All right, back to the nonsense. Here we go.
Your supervisor, you have asked for him. Sir, what's the crime?
I'll tell you when you give me your ID.
Right, so you haven't suspected me of committing a crime because you need the ID to get the crime. You don't have one. So get back in your car, turn your lights off, and let me go on about my way.
You're not leaving.
I'm traveling, sir.
You're gonna get
I'm traveling.
You're going to get out of this.
No, sir, I'm traveling.
Okay. I'm just gonna wait till another officer.
That's what I thought. Yes, sir. Your supervisor gets here. I need a supervisor, not another officer. Another
well,
one.
you don't get to decide whether the
Right.
supervisor shows up.
Do you have a policy at your office that if somebody asks for your supervisor, you have to get a supervisor on scene? Don't look away. Look at me in the eyes, sir. Look at me in the eyes.
Central, this subject is requesting a
Supervisor. Thank you. That's what I
Whoa.
asked for. Now, what crime
What is that
have you
gonna matter?
suspected me of committing?
Okay, I need to see your
No,
driver's
sir.
license.
No, sir. I'm not driving. I am traveling. You are a driver. A driver is someone who is.
I need to see your
A
driver's
driver
license.
is someone who is in commercial.
If you're refusing to identify yourself to me, you're going to go to jail.
For
okay?
what? For what crime, sir?
Refusing to identify
You
yourself
have to
me.
be suspected of committing a crime to be committing the crime of
Right.
not giving up your identification, sir. I know the law. Go get
No, you don't.
the statute that says you have failed to identify. It will state that you need to commit a crime to have to
Right.
identify yourself. I will not
Okay.
identify myself, sir.
Good place to stop. So just because an officer doesn't have to tell you what you did for the basis for the stop doesn't mean that there has to be a basis for the stop itself. So, and I know that's probably hard for some people to understand because logic and stuff is difficult, right? So reading's difficult, I guess, for some people. Logic can just, wow, you can really, can be a real challenge for some people. So does there have to be a basis for a traffic stop? Yes, absolutely. Does the officer have to tell you what it is? No. Do you have to produce identification? Yes. What happens if you don't? You will get arrested. 100% guarantee of that. That's going to, and then they will identify you. They will take fingerprints or whatever means that they can to try and identify if you don't produce the identification yourself. Then, if you don't produce the identification and you're driving, that's a list of offenses in and of itself. So, yeah, it's just it's fascinating that this is the level of intelligence that we're dealing with. But all right, let's keep going.
Sir, get back in your car and let's continue our night. You are being recorded. Do you have a recording device on you, sir?
Yeah, here you go, Sean.
Is it recording?
No.
Do you have one in your vehicle, sir?
No.
What's your name and badge number?
Whoa, this guy looks
My badge
tweaked.
number's 31.
31.
Did you see his face?
Lawful order.
What
I
off?
gave you multiple times.
What
to
department
step
are
out
you
of the
with, sir?
vehicle.
What department are you with?
County Sheriff's Office.
I understand that. Okay.
Oof.
I am not getting out of the vehicle.
Whoa.
Well,
Well,
you're going to when another officer gets here.
No, when your supervisor gets here, he will respectfully tell you what's going on.
we don't need a supervisor, right? Sean just posted, I posted that comment. All you're going to get, this great, Sean, is get another pissed off cop. That's all you are going to get with this. It doesn't mean like this guy thinks, well, just because why ask for a supervisor, now I have to produce one. Thank you. Thank you. Now you're going to have two officers that are going to be pissed off and are going to drag your ass out of this car. And did you see this guy's face, by the way, in the reflection in his window? Whoa. Oof. I don't know. You got to drink some water. That's all I'm going to say. It doesn't look, man, he looks like he's on something. Does he not? Yeah. So let's keep going. We got a 6-minute video. It's kind of short, but this guy threw a lot out there that I wanted to just kind of debunk of the absolute nonsense. So let's keep going.
87, I'm out here with him. 33% traffic.
Call mama.
Okay.
Call mama. What is she going to do?
Let her know that they're trying to pull me out of the car and they haven't given me any suspected crime I'm committing of.
Exit the vehicle because
Don't need it, my man.
to identify himself to me multiple times.
Are you the supervisor?
Last time, go ahead and step out of the vehicle.
Are you the supervisor, sir?
Okay.
Here we go.
Are you recording?
Yes, sir, I am. You gonna
Okay.
get out of the car?
Are you a supervisor, sir?
I'm not.
I will wait till the supervisor gets here. I've asked for a supervisor. One has to be.
We got
Brought on
pulled
scene.
over and the sheriff's office is here.
Nope.
What crime am I being suspected of committing, sir?
I told him I would let him know what crime he committed as soon as he gives me his ID.
What about talk to my mom?
Really hard for you in a second.
He's not stepping on.
I'm recording this too.
Where's your supervisor at?
He's asking
I will not speak until the supervisor's here.
Don't need it.
We're
Why are we
about
waiting
40
so
minutes
long?
away.
A driver is someone who is commercial.
Refuses to
No.
identify himself to me.
I don't have to identify myself unless I'm being suspected of committing a crime. I have not been suspected of committing a crime.
Okay,
Look
Go
out.
ahead and get out of the vehicle.
I will not get out of the vehicle, sir. I need a
Close the
supervisor here.
window, and we're going to drag you out of the
Sir,
vehicle, and
please
then
get a
we'll
supervisor
place you
here.
under arrest and take you to jail.
Please get a supervisor here.
I don't know.
It's not going to change anything. Then
What
you'll have
crime
3
have you
cops.
suspected me of committing?
You understand?
What crime have you suspected me of committing?
Doesn't matter.
Obstructing right now.
What crime have you suspected me of committing, sir?
Step out of the vehicle.
What crime have you suspected me of committing, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to place you under arrest for obstructing.
Yeah.
What am I being?
You're speeding.
They said
So
they're
get out of the
gonna place him
vehicle
under
right now.
Speeding is not a crime, sir. It is an infraction.
Get out of
No,
the
sir.
vehicle.
Man, see, okay, like I'm just watching this. I'm like, Jesus, just get out of the car, man. Like, just do it. Like that, you can tell that they don't want to bust a window and drag this like idiot out of this car. Like they're just get out of the car. It turned from a speeding. I don't know how we got speeding. I don't think anyone said speeding. Like maybe the guy just admitted to speeding. From a speeding, which is in Michigan, it's just a civil infraction. It's just a fine, which I think it's pretty much everywhere, unless you're like going 500 miles an hour. I'm sorry, unless you're traveling 500 miles an hour. And then he took a simple like thing and is blowing it up into a resisting and obstructing a police officer, which in Michigan is punishable by up to 2 years in jail and is a felony. So he's rolling the dice on his Facebook law degree that he learned, which I can tell you right now is doesn't work out well for these people. But man, just get out of the car. And if you're wrong, if you're right, if this guy's right, that let's just assume he's right and that he is going to prevail in court. Well, then just go do that. It doesn't matter. What's the point of all of this? This like nonsense. Now his mom is going to be on the phone while her son gets his ass dragged out of his car. And it's probably his mom's car too, because she's like, wait, my window. Who broke my window?
Speeding is an infraction. It is
You're under
only,
arrest. Get out of the car.
sir. It's
Bust your
speeding.
window if you don't get out of the
Sir.
car. Get out now.
I
This
will-
is your last
Sir.
opportunity. You're under
Sir,
arrest. Get out
for
of,
what?
Get out of the vehicle.
Sir, for what?
Get out of
Please
the
stop.
vehicle.
Stop,
Now.
sir. Please stop. Where's your
Get out of the
supervisor?
vehicle.
Where's your
Whoa.
supervisor?
You're under
Please
arrest.
don't.
Get out of the
Stop.
car.
Please
Open
stop.
the door.
Please stop. Where's your supervisor? Stop. 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 Stop.
Don't move.
Where's your super? Stop. Stop. Please stop. Where's your
Get out.
supervisor? Where's your supervisor?
that's
Sir,
trippy.
Stop.
Step out, Jake.
Please
just
stop.
Step out.
Please,
just
I'm-
step out.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing anything,
Just
sir.
step
Stop.
out.
Okay. Okay.
Listen to the woman. Women always are the voice of reason. I've rarely seen any like sovereign citizen women. I think we should look at the percentage of sovereign citizen women based on gender, and maybe they're right. And this is nuts. She's just telling him get out of the car. And then did you see that dude? He looked like he's been in a hole. Like they pulled him out of some sort of hole that he's been living in, and he's just been unkempt, like hasn't cut his hair. And wow. All right, well, we only got a minute left. Let's see where it goes from here. He's now gotten out of the car. Let's see. Can't hear it.
I'm not driving. Baby, help! Baby, help! Baby, help! Baby, please help! They're telling me. Baby, please help! Baby, please help!
Oh God. It's just his phone. It's hard to hear, but hey, John. So it was hard to hear at the end. That's just as much as the video would allow because it was his phone, and he had it fall out of his hand while he was dragged out of the car, and then he starts crying. Like normally people Normally people try and get out of speeding tickets by crying initially at the traffic stop, not at the end where they're crying because they've then been arrested for probably a felony. I don't know. They had some sort of accent, so it's probably the South. So I'm pretty sure that a law and order state, like anywhere in the South, is going to be law and order. So, it's going to be a felony. I'm pretty much dollars to donuts. That was going to be a felony. So, well, I think we learned what not to do. We learned what to do, number one, which is listen to your girlfriend, number one. Number two, don't call your mom during the traffic stop. It's embarrassing. Your mom doesn't need to know that you've been arrested. Tell your mom after you've gotten out of jail. Your mom doesn't need to know you're arrested. That's just going to make her worried. I mean, my mom would get pissed off if I called her during a traffic stop and she'd be like, what, you're not listening to the police officers? What'd they ask you to do? Give them your driver's license? Yeah. Well, give them the driver's license, you fool. And then she probably hit me in the head after I saw her again. So we learned, listen to women, number one. Give your ID to police officers because it's the law, number one. Number two, I don't know what numbers we're on, to be honest with you. Also, we learned that they don't have to give you a reason why they pulled you over. They also have to identify you. You also have to identify yourself with your driver's license, proof of registration, proof of insurance, and don't cry at the traffic stop. It's embarrassing. So, all right. I will be interested to see if they do drug test him, what the results of that would be. Sean, that's a good point. So thanks so much, you guys. This is episode 89. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back tomorrow. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to talk with my friend Sam Rager. You can hear her on SiriusXM radio. She's done an album. She also has a great podcast, My Eulogies. Please check that out on iTunes. Super funny. I'm going to try and get her to do and review a Sovereign Citizen video with me because I'm sure she would enjoy doing that. And Sean, thank you, man. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you tomorrow.